Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. My name is John Nix, and I am joined in the studio by my co-host, Mr. Jason Holmes. Good evening, Jason Holmes.
Yes, good evening, John. How are we tonight? What a day.
I think we're fine. It's been a glorious day. Had a great time. We've seen so many things happening at the Orchard Church, and so I'm excited for this Orchard News on air for us to find out some great things that are happening.
That's right. It's such an exciting time. In fact, that's why we put this together, because there are so many great things. We see them on Facebook, we see them on the social media, and we hear you telling us about them. And then we've seen a couple of other things as well. But that's why the Orchard News on air is live and in full effect.
So in this quarantine time, there are some unique and different things that we face. There are these small things that sometimes we take for granted in our lives. They say that absence makes the heart grow fonder, but it's also true that absence can also help you realize what you're missing, because sometimes you don't know what you've got till it's gone. And so I want to give a big shout out to all those who care for our hair, keep it colored, cut, whatever your brand and choice might or might not be. But quarantine hair is a thing, Jason Holmes.
Yeah, I was noticing that I myself need a haircut, but tell me more, John. I can't wait to see some of the haircuts that we've seen.
Well, I can just tell you right now, This little guy, online, I found him, and I don't know if he's trying out for a movie. I don't know if his dad won a bet with his mom. I'm not sure exactly what's happening here, but I want to go hang out with that guy.
I definitely want to invite him to my birthday party, and you know what about that bow tie, too? He's wearing that bow tie like he knows it.
He is a complete boss in that bow tie.
Boss.
That is for sure. But there's some other strange hair cutting adventures that have happened at the Orchard Church.
Yeah, let me tell you about one. And this is news because you think about in the student ministry at the Orchard Church, recently they've had to shift online. They may not be on site, but they can still be family online. And so they were doing midweek, and Ryan began to say, hey, I tell you what, if you guys get 70 of your friends to come and join us for midweek, then I will shave my beard. Now, listen, this is important because Ryan had a very big beard. And then 80, 85, whatever it was, friends later, Ryan, after teaching them through 1 Thessalonians, he held true to his word. And there you see that the beard was no longer.
Yes, it just kept on disappearing.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, the great thing is, I'm just seeing him become a brand new person right in front of our face.
Right there. That's the one that did it. And if you see Heather and David, they too absolutely loved it.
Now, I do want you to know we are getting some questions. Wanda Virus wants to know why we are so dressed up this evening, Jason.
And to that I say, why not? But also, it puts a smile on your face. Why wouldn't it, right?
That's right. And I'll just tell you, Wanda, don't worry. We have not been in this all day. And were there to be another camera somewhere, you would find out that much like a mullet, which is business in the front and party in the back, there is a suit on the camera half and not on the other half.
That's right.
But, you know, when it comes to haircuts, when it comes to, various ways that we have to adapt, it reminded me of a little something that happened to me years ago. I had a former student of mine.
John, you look different.
Yes, that's not me, but that's a former intern and student of mine. We were on our way to a mission trip. And as we were making our way to the mission trip, we stopped in New Mexico. And as you can see, he had plenty of hair. We were headed toward a very warm climate. And he decided that he wanted a haircut. And so we were there in Walmart. We went and we purchased a pair of clippers right in Walmart. And those clippers are plugged into a generator that's powering that freezer that you see in the background. And I began to let's just say, try my hand. I wouldn't call this any kind of styling. I would just call it mostly cutting, and you keep working your way around, you keep getting there, and then finally, I mean, I don't know if that's good or not, but I felt very accomplished at that point.
You certainly made his mama proud, but then also you helped him wear the visor better. I mean, that's really what was going on there. The visor fit nice and snug at that point,
It is
Well
it
done.
is so true. It is so true. But Jason, I want you to know, not only did we dig back into the archives to find, a few pictures of me 20 years younger, we managed to find a few pictures of you and some of the
no.
hairstyles that you may or may
Yes.
not have.
Sometimes when when the summer hits, it's just time for a new do. It looks like that was a pretty shortcut myself. I should wear a visor with that, I suppose.
Yeah, I think that's what you are certainly missing, but that's not the only one that we found.
Now, would you know that was a story much like Ryan's? I worked at a church in Montgomery, Alabama. We said, hey, if you get so many folks to show up that particular night, we'll color our hair blonde. And I see that we did.
I'm wondering what it would take to get you to color that hair blonde once again, reliving some of those things.
4,000 people.
But we also found one more, and I just need a little bit of explanation on this one, quite honestly. So perhaps you can explain that to us.
Yes. Look at the Williams family there. Look, hey, sometimes you just take it back to the 70s. And man, if only my hair was like that. Look at that. That's a good looking group right there. To that, I say peace, right?
That's right. That is definitely a good-looking group. But people are having to adapt in a lot of different ways. I mean, not only is it true that, people are developing quarantine hair, giving themselves quarantine haircuts, but, things keep going. Life continues. There's all sorts of just regular life things that are going on, like, say, birthdays, for instance. Our very own.
Has one.
What's that?
I said everybody has one.
Everybody has one. And our very own Ethan Sparks, not too long ago, had a birthday, and we've got a little footage for you to see.
Ethan.
Yes, we are so thankful for family, friends, and that parade, which put the smile on young Ethan's face. And to that, I also say to you, John, happy belated birthday.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It is very belated or early. I'm not sure exactly which one we would say, but there are all kinds of things that are still going on at the Orchard. There's someone in your very own community group that has a major event about to come up.
That's right. This Saturday, Sara and Drew are getting married, quarantine style, right? Certainly social distance centric, a nice family, small gathering, but they are getting married and we are super excited for them. So if you know Sara, if you know Drew, text them, tell them congratulations. Tell them you saw it on the Orchard News on air.
Yeah, and I hope you will take the time. That's what makes family so very special. So, people are getting married, so reach out. If you know Sara and Drew, say hello. Even if you don't, find them on Facebook and say hello. I just want you to know that Jimena is asking why the ties as well, Jason. I think we are making quite the statement this evening.
Maybe that tells us nobody's ever seen us in ties. So I did have one in the closet. I just don't pull it out a whole lot. But maybe, who knows, maybe a little more.
That's so true. And, one of the things that we really want to do with Orchard News on air is we really want to highlight some of the great things that the Lord is doing through the Orchard Church. And this past weekend, man, what a great event that took place that for many people in our Orchard family, they don't even know. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I can do one better. Don't we have a video that tells it for us?
Oh, yes.
Let's
show. That will absolutely say it all.
I'll tell you this, don't have a good day. Have a great day.
That's exactly right. Now, while we're having a little bit of technical difficulty. But I can tell you this. Bonnie Holmes in the house. I want you to know that. Hi, Miss Bonnie.
You can always count on your mother checking in when she hears that you're online. Hello, mother. Thanks for checking in. I hope to talk to you soon.
Oh, I'm sure you will talk to her soon. She's probably going to just tell you how nice she thinks that you look as well. But okay, I think we have solved our technical difficulties. Let's go to this film. Let's see Coach Dave and some of the great things that happened.
Hey, come on with me. We got a great thing that's happening here. Here's the Ross room. This is a Ross room that had tons of food in it. Thank you, United. They packed all the bags in here, and we were hamstrung because we couldn't get them to the Ross people because Ross Elementary was closed. So we didn't really know what to do. But you know what ended up happening is that we got in touch with Los Americas, and Greg Diaz and them are going to be able to distribute to all those folks right there. So we took it all out of here, and we put it in the food truck. Ready? Okay, let's go. Hey, so we're here. Come on in. Hey, food truck loaded with all the stuff from food that was going to Ross, going to go to Los Americas, all kinds of stuff. We're real excited that this is going to happen. So there it is. That's your update. We're able to bless people during this time in the pandemic. Love you, Orchard. Hey, don't have a good day. Have a great day.
I
love it.
Love that. Hey, Orchard family, we just want you to know what a blessing it is to be a part of the Orchard family. God is doing incredible things through you. Some of those things you don't even realize. What a great privilege for us to participate in the ministry and just to feed some folks this past weekend. And so Jason and I are going to start showing up on Tuesday evenings right there in your living room, your kitchen, on your walk, wherever you might be, because we think it's important for you to know that there is a lot going on in Orchard News, and we're going to put it on air. But when it comes to us as a family of missionary servants sent to make disciples of Jesus Christ, don't let these opportunities pass you by. Think about ways to love your neighbor. We talked about birthdays. Find ways to celebrate birthdays with family. Find ways when it comes to those birthdays that you might draw on a sidewalk and say happy birthday. Go and find those ways to love those who may be getting married, to love those who are going through all sorts of different things during the pandemic. But we just want to let you know that we're still family, even when we're online, even if we're not on site, and you are dearly loved. And so we want to be able to tell you more and more about these things. Jason, how can they find out more about Orchard News?
That's right. Look, it's a great opportunity when you do see newsworthy items. Hashtag Orchard Memphis. Let us know so that we can see, so that we can share with others. And it's a reminder of what we say all the time, that you matter. You matter to God and you matter to us. And we are, what John said, a family of missionary servants sent to make disciples of Jesus Christ. So hashtag Orchard Memphis, and let us know when you see something that needs to be on the Orchard News on air.
Absolutely. And send us those stories. We want to know how God's working through you. We want to know what God is doing around you. We're excited to share that news with others. One last thing, Jason, before we go. We started a little something last week that was a whole lot of fun. Before that 9 and 10:45 live stream, we started a little thing called the lobby, where people were coming, visiting with us, hanging out, and man, was it fun.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. We miss each other. We miss seeing you. We miss your smiling faces, and we missed saying hello. And so we've created the lobby at 8:45 before the 9 o'clock service, and at 10:30 before the 10:45 live stream, where you can get online and say hello. There'll be folks there that will be ready to greet you, and then John and I will also be there to say hello. And maybe, just maybe, you may see your name up on the screen as well.
Hey, thank you guys for joining us. Orchard News on air. We'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.